Hello and welcome back to the Glow With Me podcast. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify, thank you so much for being here again. And today's episode is really fun. It's something that I have been wanting to share with you guys for a while. I've literally wrote down a list of things that I would love to share with you guys in how you're going to glow up your life. Now, glowing up your life is not just physically, it's not just the way that you look. It is the way that you think, it is the way that you spend your money, it is the way that you treat other people, it is in the way that you enjoy your everyday life, the way that you think about yourself, talk to others. There is so much when it comes to glowing up, and I highly recommend that you listen to this episode if you are someone who is on your financial glow up journey, and I am definitely on mine too, and it does not mean that I am perfect. These are just tips and tricks that I have learned from others on the internet, that I have implemented into my spending routine, that I, think of when it comes to spending and making purchases, because we all want to be financially well, we will all want to be financially literate, and we all want to be able to know what is coming in and out of our bank accounts so that we can have a fulfilling life. And it can be super hard. That there are so many different things that are in front of us, such as ads, as influencers on social media, as what your next door neighbor has, what your parents have. There are so many different things that can make us feel like we don't have it all yet, or that we are not financially in a good position. But these are like little reminders that will help you get on track with your spending, and that I just personally have used. Now, I am no financial advisor. Please don't take these tips literally. These are just things that have personally helped me and that I like to think of when it is time for me to spend my money. So we're going to talk all about saving money whilst living your best life and finding the balance between it all, because it can be so unbalanced in this world that we live in. But I'm here to just share the little things that have helped me and that make me realign with my values and goals when it comes to spending money. And I feel like this is something that is needed to be talked about in this time of era. Like, everything is so expensive. I get it. I feel you. It feels like sometimes you're just working to pay your bills or working to get food on the table, and I totally get that. So this is just about being in alignment with your goals and values and finding out what they are and where you should really spend your money and what's actually worth it for you. So that's just like a little overview of what this episode is going to be about, but we're going to start with some of the favorites that I've had within the last week. So let's get into it. I am on my skin barrier repairing journey because I feel like my skin barrier is damaged. I still get like little breakouts every now and again. They're super inflamed. So I'm realizing that maybe I just need to like stop all the actives for a second, which if you're a girly who struggles with acne, you understand that it can be so hard to just stop the actives. Like, it feels so scary, but I feel like I've done it for like 2 days now. I need to just put the actives away, not use them. I can come back to them when my skin is fully repaired, but I'm loving Centella serum. Centella is from tiger grass. I actually learned this when I was having one of my Mecca facials, which I had no idea. We literally have tiger grass in our backyard, and I was like, what? It comes from that? So it's like Asian tiger grass, and they take out this Centella, and it is so soothing and good for repairing the skin. So I love to use my serum at night time. It literally makes my face feel so moisturized and so hydrated. I use a toner first and then I use that. I have used a few different Centella ranges. I've used the moisturizer, I've used the fermented probiotic Centella, and I've also used the regular one, and I absolutely love all of them. They're from the brand Skin 1004. You've probably seen it like Madagascar Centella. Love it. Pop a little picture of it here because it is divine, and I highly recommend, if you haven't got into Korean skincare yet, this should be one of the first things that you try. It will literally just feel like butter on your skin, and it's so good for everyone because it's good for repairing the damage. There's no actives in it. It's not going to irritate anything. It's just going to soothe and calm your skin. So I have been loving that, and I use it like every second night, and I'm also looking for other barrier repair skincare. So if you have any recommendations, please pop them in the comments below. Please DM me on Instagram. Please just find me wherever you find me and tell me your recommendations for barrier repairing, whether it's like moisturizers, serums, or cleansers, because I just want to strip my skincare back and focus on those 3 steps, which is going to be hard, but we need to do it. So please keep me accountable and message me about it, because I need to be accountable for this to repair my skin. Next thing that I have been loving If you don't know, I am on a reading streak at the moment and I am absolutely in love with reading. I was actually sick last week, so gave me so much time to just sit there and read, and I really didn't want to finish the second book of this series. It's the Fourth Wing series, but now I am on the third book, so I've just started it yesterday. I'm so hooked. Like, the characters in this, if you have read it, you know that Xaden, the main character, I just can't even explain it. You need to read it. Like, if you think that you're not into fantasy books, you're not into things with dragons, believe me, I didn't think I was into that either until I read this series. I am hooked. I cannot wait for the next books to come out. And I literally like borrowed the first one from a friend because I was like, I'm not even sure if I'm going to like this. Hold your horses, go buy the books, go borrow them from a friend, go get them from the library. Whatever you need to do, you need to read these books if you haven't read them. They are amazing, and I literally don't want to finish it so fast, but I also do want to read it every single moment of every single day that I get. But I put it down right now to film this podcast for you guys because I know that I have other goals and dreams as well. But as soon as I probably finish editing this video, just you know, I'm going to be reading this book straight away. So that is a recommendation or a favorite that I have for you guys if you are in your reading era. You've probably actually read it if you're someone who loves reading. But if you haven't, please get these books. Or ask me to borrow them. If you know me, ask me to borrow them. I'll definitely let you. They are so good. So that's some of my favorites for this week. Okay, we're going to do something new, which I actually got from Busy Yet Pretty podcast. I absolutely love her. I've been listening to her. It's all about tips of becoming your best version of yourself and really just realigning with who you are, your goals, but also living a slow and happy life and being so grateful for what you have. So I really loved listening to that podcast today, and I got inspired by having a daily or a weekly affirmation that I can share with you guys on the podcast, which I am working towards, which you could also work towards during this week. And I'll pop them up on my Instagram as well each week so that you have like a little reminder to start your week with a intention or an affirmation, so that, you know, we're just working on our mindset, because our mind is literally something that can change the way that we think. It can change the way that we act. It can literally change your whole life. You can literally be living your dream life right now, but you feel like you're so behind. I was like this a couple months ago, and I realized I need to get out of this slump. Like, I'm literally going to Pilates like 5 times a week, which is what I dreamt about years ago. I get to walk outside in the beautiful sunshine with my puppy, which I dreamt of years ago. I have a loving husband and a beautiful home that I dreamt of years ago. Like, why am I worked up on the things I haven't achieved yet when I could be grateful for what I have? So it's all about just working on your mindset, because you could have the dream life that you dreamt of years ago, but feeling so ungrateful and feeling like you haven't made it yet, feeling like you're not successful. Believe me, we've all been there, we've all done that. You guys don't see what happens behind closed doors. People that you think are so successful could be having bad mindset. They could be, you know, reveling in all the things that they don't have yet. So working on your mindset is actually so crucial in becoming a happier and healthier version of yourself. So we're going to work on some affirmations. So the weekly affirmation we're going to talk about today, which I've loved for literally years, when my Pilates class had this thing where we wrote them on the mirror. I wrote this one down and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to share it with you guys today. And it is, your direction is more important than your speed. Now, I love this because we can get so worked up, especially with social media, especially with people around us achieving their goals, going for greatness, like they're making things like huge things, whether they've got their dream job, whether they've started their own business, whether they're making so much money, whether they've got a house, whatever it is. You can see that and then think that you are not worthy or that you have not achieved enough. But your direction is more important than your speed. It doesn't matter how fast. If other people are getting there faster, that is great for them. That is amazing. But the thing that you need to worry about is what direction you're going in. Are you following your values? Are you doing things that light you up inside and make you happy? Are you a good person to the people around you? Like, where are you going? What are your daily habits and the things that you're doing in your life right now? Where are they getting you? Like, what's future you gonna look like? That is what's more important. The direction that you are heading in rather than the speed you're doing it in. Yeah, someone could be doing it 10 times faster. They have abs. They are working out 10 times a day. They're doing high rocks. They're doing marathons. Maybe they are starting their own business and making millions. Like, whatever it is, you can see that and you think, oh, well, I'm not going fast enough. I must not be successful. That is not true. Your direction is so much more important than your speed. So remember that one this week. Whatever you're going through, remember that. affirmation. Okay, now let's get into the episode. So how are we going to save money whilst living our best life? These are some tips and tricks that I use in my everyday life when I am wanting to splurge on myself, when I'm wanting to treat myself, when I'm wanting to treat my friends. And it's just making sure that I'm intentional with my spending so that I don't get into debt, because we all know that debt can be something that can make us super unhappy. Now, this is something that I don't think gets talked about enough on this space, but I feel like it needs to be talked about, because we can see people with really nice things, but you don't realize that they're actually swimming in debt. You don't realize that they've got afterpay accounts which are maxed out. You don't realize, what they're doing in their everyday life to be able to have those things that you just see the aesthetic version. So just remind yourself that these people have either worked really hard to get that, or they could be in debt. You have no idea. So don't base what you've got comparing it to theirs when you don't actually know the full story. Instead, you're going to start thinking of ways which you want to be in line with your spending. So first is a 24-hour rule. So if you've just gone to the shops, or maybe you're scrolling online and something comes up and you think, oh, I really want that, give yourself 24 hours before purchasing that item, because that could just be a spare of the moment, a really quick burst of unintentional spending that you just see someone else wearing and you go, oh, I want that, and then purchase it, put it in your cart, and you bought it. No, you need to think about this, because is this on your wish list? Is this intentional? Is it in line with your values? It gives you the time to think about all those things and realize, was it me just getting caught up in the moment, or do I actually need or want this item, and is it going to benefit my life? So giving you that 24 hours just gives you that buffer between unintentional, sporadic spending. Another thing I like to do is writing a wish list on my phone of things, especially bigger purchases that I want to get, or things that I look forward to getting. Because then when I am having those moments of, oh, I just want to buy this thing, I want to buy this new skincare, I want to buy this new red light therapy mask, I want to buy this new activewear, whatever it is, I have a wish list on my phone of things that I actually want. So I've got them on right now, these Lilo black leggings. And, I see other ads and other sales for other brands of leggings, and it would make me tempted to just buy another brand. But I really knew that I wanted to try these black Lilo leggings because I really liked the burgundy ones that I got. So I put that in my wish list. I waited till they had a sale and I purchased it then. Then I could tick that off my wish list. You might have on there things like your favorite pair of jeans, or a really nice handbag that you really want. And then you've got to think, when you see other handbags pop up, are they on your wish list, or are they just a quick cheap fix, almost trying to get you to what you want, but they're not actually going to give you the same satisfaction as if you actually waited and got the item that was on your wish list. Now, these things could be expensive, they could be cheap, whatever they are. Let's have a look what is on my wish list at the moment, just to give you a little idea. I've got things like in winter, I wanted to buy blue jeans that fit perfectly, which I found. I wanted to find a red burgundy wrap top. Haven't found that yet, but it was on my list. I really wanted a burgundy top for winter, but that's okay. Maybe next winter. Maybe the color will change. Who knows? I wanted some New Balances, which I got this year. And then, say for example, I've got my Lilo activewear brown set, the black leggings. Wanted to get some Staffy toys for Luna, so I made sure that they're on my list so that I'm not unintentionally spending. Is it on my wish list? Do I need it? Probably not. I wanted, a vitamin C serum. I wanted a retinol serum. So I put these on my list because I knew that they were things that I was actively looking for. And I've got lots of hair things on there. I've got more beauty items. I've got some things around the house. So I really want an arch mirror, but I want a perfect arch mirror. I know I go to Kmart and I see the Kmart ones. They are beautiful. They are good if you just want to spend $80 and you get an arch mirror, but I want a really wide one. I don't want a 60cm one. I want the biggest one that you can possibly get. So I'm going to wait, save my money and get one that I actually want, and where I know I'm going to actually put it in my house as well. And this will make sure that I'm not just spending things in my house that I actually don't think I need, little decor items, but I'm actually spending on things that are on my wish list. So I love my wish list. Also, when it comes to my wish list, I have these 4 questions that I ask myself before I spend any money. So it's, do I want or do I need this purchase? So differentiating if it's a want or a need. Can I purchase it secondhand? Is there a way that I can get this item, this home decor, whatever it is, secondhand that is still in good condition as buying it new? Does it align with my values? So you need to figure out your money values for this. And what is the price per wear? If it is something that you're going to wear, how many times are you going to wear it? I wear my New Balances every single day on my walk. So for me, the price per wear is crazy. I'm gonna wear my activewear sets to Pilates multiple times a week. Like, the price per wear is way better than if it was like a once off crazy fur jacket, which I'm only wearing to one occasion. I need to figure out if that is worth it for me to buy. Another one that is good to rein in your spending is unsubscribing from emails, texts, any kind of notifications which pop up with sales, pop up with things that you don't even think that you need, but you see a sale on your phone, you're like, oh, up to 40%. I'm gonna go have a look at what the Iconic has right now. So unsubscribing to these will give you more friction between you seeing the sales and then wanting to go buy something just because there's a sale on right now. Another one is having different accounts or money pots. Now, I've seen this all over TikTok, I've seen it all over Instagram, I've seen it all over YouTube. I love the idea of having little money pots. So like, you could put money each week into a travel fund, put money each week into a beauty fund, put money each week into a home decor fund. So if you know that you're wanting to, you know, spend some items on your house, spend some items on beauty, or go traveling in the future, you've got money already going aside into it every single week. So it's not going to feel like a huge big blow when it comes to spending that. Or you're not going to dip in your savings, you're not going to dip into debt when it comes to spending for those items because you've already put aside money for it. I love the idea of that. There is so much out there that you could be doing to just organize your money and know where it's actually going, and not just feel like you have the need to like dip into your savings every time you just want to go out to dinner or something. Unless that is a money value for you, then go for it. Have a little money pot each month for, you know, going out and enjoying a beautiful meal with your partner. I love that. I literally love different money pots. It's so good, and it's make sure that you're spending in value with what you value. Another one is tracking your spending. So I like to do it kind of sporadically, but I see so many people do this and it works so well for them, where you track your spending. So you have a little Excel spreadsheet or something where you track your spending, and this just makes you know where your money is going. Because if you don't know where your money is going, then you don't know how you're going to help yourself in getting to a financial position that you want to get in. So making sure you know how much you're spending on food per week, how much you're spending on rent, how much you're spending on treating yourself, such as beauty items, nails, clothes, how much you're spending on miscellaneous little like trips to Kmart. If you don't know what you're spending, you're not going to know how to help yourself and get out of the position that you may be in that you want to improve upon. Again, with the money pots, there are things that come up in your life which are like car retros, Christmas time for gifts for everyone, you know, holidays and things like that that you may need to put aside money for, or make sure that you're putting into your bills account every single week. I love this. I make sure that I've worked out my yearly expenses for like all my bills. So you think of your internet, your car, your house insurance, all that stuff. And I make sure I know how much we need to put into the bills account each week to make sure that we're paying for all these things throughout the year, and we're not having to dip into our savings for every single bill that comes out, or, you know, go into debt over it because we didn't schedule in these bills that come out. Like, if you know that they're coming, make sure that you plan for them. Another one I really love is finding hobbies or things to do which don't cost you so much money. Because if you are also on your saving money or trying to save for something such as a house or a holiday, then you need to kind of be frugal with other parts of your life. So you need to figure out your money values and then find hobbies, date nights, fun things to do with friends that don't cost you so much money. Be open with your friends and your family that you are saving right now. So you may not be able to go on that day to the amusement park, but you would love to go to the beach and you would love to hang out at the beach with everyone, because that is a free thing that you can do. You can just drive to the beach, you know, and just have a beautiful day there. Maybe you could have a picnic with friends. Maybe you could go on walks and go get a coffee instead of going out for breakfast or lunch. You're going to be spending a lot less money. Maybe you could watch a Netflix movie at home with your friends instead of going to the cinema. Maybe you could play board games and have everyone over and bring all their board games or card games instead of going out and doing something expensive. These are things that I love to do when I feel like I just need to tighten in my spending. And you may never know, your friends will actually probably be in the same boat and they'll be like thankful for you that you've actually brought it up and spoke to them about it, because they may be thinking the exact same thing and you just don't know it. Also, finding balance means scheduling in fun. It means scheduling in times when you get to go out with your partner or your best friend and you go to brunch or you go to a really nice dinner and you spend the money. Or maybe you go karting, or you go like in an escape room and you spend money on things that are actually going to make you memories. That is so crucial in finding the balance. I don't believe that we should be limiting ourselves and only saving money and just keeping it all in our accounts and not actually living our life. I feel like you should be living your life as long as it's in value with what you believe in. And when it comes to money values, you've got to think, what lights you up inside? What makes you happy? Do you want to give to others? Do you want to travel? Do you want to eat out? Do you want to spend it on nice clothes, which will last you a lifetime? Do you want to spend it on your pets? Do you want to spend it on your house? Are you a homebody? Like, there are so many different things that you need to figure out where you would rather spend your money or where you'd rather save your money. And that is okay if it is different than your best friend or your brother or your sister or your mum or your dad. It is okay to have different money values than them as well. Remember that you are here in this life to make memories. You are here to enjoy what the world has to offer. You are here to enjoy the pastry, to enjoy the memories, to enjoy the movie with your friend. You are here to enjoy the beach days, enjoy the holidays, like whatever it is, enjoy your life. But saying that, having debt and feeling like you are living paycheck to paycheck every week can be so stressful that you don't actually appreciate all the things that the money is providing for you. So you need to find that balance, what works for you, and make sure that you live in the moment. Make sure you make memories. Make sure that you are spending in line with your goals. Make sure you are traveling and giving back to your family and friends, but also make sure that you are not getting into debt. Make sure that you are being frugal when you can. Make sure that you are tracking your spending and you know where your dollars are going, because we work hard for our money. We all do. And you need to know where it's going. You need to know if it is in line with your values and if you are happy with your spending it, or if you need to rein it in and you want to save for something like a house or a car or a holiday or whatever it is. So make sure that you don't get caught up with how much money is sitting in your bank account compared to someone else, or what someone else is making compared to what you are making. You are on your own journey and you need to be in your own lane. And you can get money tips and tricks from people all over the internet, and you can apply what works for you and not apply what doesn't work for you. It's just about thinking a bit more deeply where your money is going and if you are enjoying it the way that you should be. And I highly recommend, if you haven't tried any of these tips, maybe try them out, see if they work for you. Maybe they don't, maybe they do. Maybe you need to write down the questions on your phone that you need to ask yourself before you spend money. Whatever it is, find what works for you, because we deserve to live a full, beautiful, happy life, but we also deserve to be financially literate and know where our money is going, which I highly recommend as women in her 20s, that you know what you're doing with your money, because I feel like it doesn't get spoken about enough and we should be speaking about it more. If you have gotten this far in the episode, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this has given you some tips and tricks on how you can spend your money, save your money, but also live a full life. And I hope that you guys figure out what it is that works for you. And this was just a little bit of advice from another girl in her 20s, also going through everything, also trying to save, also wanting to go on holidays, spend money on beauty treatments, house things. Like, there are so many things on my wish list. It is crazy. But I make sure that I am spacing out my payments. I make sure that I have my money for my bills, because that would stress me so much out, and I would not be living a happy life if I did not have the money in my account to pay for my bills. Without further ado, I hope that you subscribe or maybe leave a review on this podcast if you enjoyed it. Please ask me any questions if you have any, and I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, you live your life to the fullest, and you become the glowiest version of you, glowing up in all aspects of your life, such as financial, physical, mental, everything. It is up to you to glow up, and it is up to you to become the best version of yourself. But I believe in becoming that 1% better every single day, not overhauling your life overnight. This, especially when it comes to money, can be so hard and deep rooted for you to make changes, but you definitely can. You just need to start aligning yourself with what matters. So I hope that this helped you guys, and I would love for you guys to stick around, listen to the next episode, or watch the next episode wherever you like to watch or listen to your podcast. And I cannot wait to be in your ear holes again. Thank you so much again. Signing off, Steph.